Every season has its special touches that we grow to love as we go through the year. But what is it about winter that makes it so magical? Keep watching. Hi, it's Donna Robertson with Fabric Cafe. Today we have a wonderful show lined up for you. Lots of pieces and parts and fabrics that are reminiscent of that beautiful, magical time in winter. So let's get started with the first one. This particular quilt is called Rail Fence. I love this one. It has all of those colors of like the midnight sky and the winter sky, and it's so crisp and cool, and you can see the stars there. And then the beautiful colors that just kind of accentuate the trees and the sunsets and things like that. This is beautiful, beautiful. I love Rail Fence. So let's look at these fabrics. This one's called Midnight Forest. So we have some beautiful sunsets in the fall and winter here. And it's so gorgeous because the sky just changes all of these different colors. And you might have a little bit of icicles or iciness in the background. This is the number 1 fabric. It's going to go in the number 1 spot. We call that the focus fabric because we know that you're going to see that fabric first in the quilt. Then the backdrop for the quilt is your number 2 fabric, and that's this light fabric here. The number 3 is your darkest. That is usually an accent color in the quilt, and then we use it for borders binding on the edge of the quilt. This one is just gorgeous. Now this one is Midnight Frost 8021789. Rail Fence is the pattern, and that pattern is from the book Quick and Easy 3-Yard Quilt. Now the cool thing about winter is you also have plenty of time that you can make quilts because you want to stay in the house all nice and cozy as well. This particular pattern is called Harmony, and we have pieces and parts on this particular one. We're out of this fabric, but we have some great reminiscence of the winter magic that we're going to show you on this one. Let's put that up here. And with the pieces and parts, we're going to do the Harmony quilt, and that pattern is in this book, and that is called Easy Does It 3-Yard Quilts. It's a super easy pattern that has 2 basic blocks that are really easy to make. So let me show you how to make those particular blocks. To start with, you're going to make the standard snowball. Now the snowball block is very simple. You cut a square, you sew a triangle on each side, and you've got your block number 1, and that's going to be your focus fabric. And then for the number 2 block, equally simple, you are going to have a rectangular shape with these 2. But the cool thing is this is actually strip pieced like this, and then we cut the units, and then it gets turned. So that's how you come up with this great quilt. We're going to do it this way so you can see how this will go together. Isn't that cool? And you need that light color in the background to really make these beautiful, beautiful blues pop. All right, let's look at that fabric. This one's called Winter Woods. Winter Woods is this wonderful leafy design here for your number 1. The number 2 fabric is here, and the number 3 is here. This is going to be gorgeous because this will also be your border and your binding on this quilt. This one is 8022004. Winter Woods is the name of the kit. Harmony is the name of the pattern. It's from the book Easy Does It, and that pattern is only available in Easy Does It, so we are recommending the dash pattern, which is available as an individual. Now, you remember that you can use any one of our patterns with any 3 yards, so it's really cool. You can switch out and put that fabric in your favorite pattern. Now, this one is called Friendship Star. Friendship Star is one that I designed pretty early in the 3-Yard Quilt program, and people have always loved it. It's a very striking quilt that really shows off your focus fabric, and then you can have a little peek of that focus fabric here as well. We do not have this fabric available, but let me show you what we do have. You know, whenever I have a great living room that has windows on 3 sides, and I can sit in the house in front of the wood-burning stove, and it's so cool because I can look out the windows, and in the wintertime, it is so wonderful to see the cardinals. They're on that stark background, maybe a little bit of greenery around the junipers and the evergreens, but they just add some life to that landscape. Gorgeous, gorgeous fabric with the cardinals. That's going to go in our number 1. You'll get a little peek here, kind of like them running around on the ground and getting behind the bushes. This is your number 2 fabric here, and that is your background, because just try to imagine, it makes this friendship star really pop having that high contrast. Now the number 3 fabric is this gorgeous red, and that red will be going here and in your points on the friendship star. Really lovely quilt with those cardinals. And this one is called Cardinal Sun Song, and it's 8022003. Friendship Star is your pattern, and it's available in the book Quick and Easy 3-Yard Quilts, or as an individual pattern. Got more pieces and parts for you, and this is the quilt with we have no more of this fabric, but we have some great fabric. We're going to show you how to put this together. It's super simple, and it's perfect if you have focus fabric that you really want to show off, because every one of your big blocks is the focus fabric. This one is called Sweet Times. Let's put that up here, and I will share some absolutely wonderful fabric. I love, love, love this one. Sweet Times is available in this book. It's easy peasy 3-yard quilts, and this one has 8 patterns. Every pattern is written in 3 different sizes, a lap, a twin, and a king queen. So this is one that you can put together and make it into a king queen, and it looks great. All right, the pieces and parts on this one. Your first step is to make a strip piece like this. Isn't this gorgeous fabric? And so you have the strip with 2 small pieces in this one. You'll then take and cut a unit off of the side of this strip piece. Oops, brought too many pieces over here at once. Okay, so this is your unit that's cut off of the side of this piece, and this piece is going to go right over here, and we're going to put that like so. Now we still have our seam allowances on this. So after you sew this piece together, cut your unit, then you're going to add the sides here. So we're putting a piece there, and voila, you've got your first block made. Isn't that cool? Super, super simple. Then you have to make that second block. Now the second block, we made it all the way. We did it the same exact way. We made this unit, and then we sewed the pieces on the side, and here is your finished block. Let's put a little blocking on this so you can see those colors. Aren't they just the greatest? Okay, we'll put it like so, and we'll cover this up, and that'll really help those colors pop so you can see them. I think this is one of my favorite quilts. When this fabric came in, I know that Hannah and I talked about it, and I kept saying, I love that fabric. I love a fabric that's got lots and lots of personality, and this one certainly does. All right. So let's look at that fabric and give you some up close of this. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. So this is your number 1 fabric, your focus fabric. And then we have our 2 and 3. And so you'll put this, you compare these 2 and get your light for number 2. Your dark is your number 3. And this is just lovely. And I love the way it really picks up the shading in the florals over here. Gorgeous fabric. All right, so this one is 8022002, First Frost. Sweet Times is your pattern. It's from the book Easy Peasy. And be sure to keep in mind that you can select a book free if you buy 3 kits. So you get to choose on that one. Okay, this quilt is called Ashford Square. Ashford Square is a fun one. It kind of looks a little bit like that sunshine that's shining down from the sky. Don't have this fabric anymore, but we've got some winter to show you, because that's what's so beautiful about the winterscape. Whenever there's snow on the ground and there's some light coming through the trees. And this one is kind of a little bit of an icy looking fabric, and we're calling this particular kit Ice Palace. And you can just see those ice crystals in here. This is our number 1 fabric, and the way we pick our focus fabric is, first of all, the one we like to look at the most, because that is your focus fabric, but you can put any one of the fabrics in any position. This one we chose to put here and here in the focus fabrics spot of the pattern. Then we have 2 remaining. We pick out our light, and doesn't that just look like a little bit of snow coming down? So this one is going to go here in the number 2 spot. It's the background that causes these blocks to pop. And then our number 3 fabric is the blue, and that one will be the borders here, and it will also be the border out here. This particular kit is called Ice Palace 8022005. Ashford Square is the pattern. That is only available in the book Quilts in a Jiffy. But we do have an alternate pattern, and that one is called Corner Play. And Corner Play is a great pattern that would look stunning in this particular one. Now next we have Button Box. Button Box is a fun one that I put it together whenever I was playing with my scratch pad to see what I wanted to do next. And I came up with this block, and I just thought it looked like buttons. And then whenever I went looking for fabric, and this cave fabric, I was just like, oh, this is perfect. So I have button fabric in here, but we're not going to look at that today. We're going to be looking at another one. So this is cute, 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 and I think it would be adorable with this particular fabric. So this one is called Frosty Friends. And of course, you know, we all remember those times when we had to go out and build a snowman. So that's our number 1 fabric. It's going to go in this largest block. And then our number 2 fabric, again, that's your background, so that you can actually see the holes in the buttons that you're going to make there with the number 3 fabric. And I love those stars. That's so cute. Look how cute this is together. It's just perfect. So if you have a little bit of that farmhouse look or the country look, this one will be perfect for your home. So we have 8021766, Frosty Friends, and it is Button Box from the book Quilts in a Jiffy. Now it's only available in that book, so we have an alternate pattern for you, and that is Friendship Star. Okay, the next one that we have for you, this one is called Gallery, and we don't have this fabric any longer, but we have some great fabric that we're going to show you. I love this one because it kind of makes me think of like pictures that you've got the little ribbons between. This was a pattern that I designed for the Modern Views book, and it has been a very popular pattern. It looks so good whenever you make it up with so many different fabrics. Okay, now I did something a little different with this. I keep telling you the number 3 fabric is going to be in your, often in your border, but I also like the number 1 fabric in the borders, and this one I designed specifically so that we would see the number 1 fabric in the center of this block, and then it brings your eye out to the borders, and that becomes your number 1 fabric in the border. The number 2 fabric, again, we've got this little bit of icy look with the little, and it's got little touches of silver in this one, as well as this one. So it's got that shiny spots that are on both of these fabrics. Your number 2 fabric is your background that really causes your block design to pop. And your number 3 is going to be your outline here in the middle. So this is going to create that look of the high contrast with the cold wintry day and snow, etc. It makes that high contrast. So this one is 8022006, Twilight Snowfall. Gallery is your pattern, and it's from the book Modern Views. Now the next one is called Heartland. Heartland has been a favorite. You know, it's just been such a favorite for so many people. It really shows off fabric well, has a lot of movement in it, and it's super fun to make. So let's put that over here. And on this particular one, This is done in strip piecing here, so that's pretty easy. And then this section is also strip pieced. So you've got a piece right here, and that is strip pieced as well. So it goes together amazingly fast. Even though you have multiple pieces going on in here, it goes together quickly. Now this particular one is going to be Redbird Forest. And again, you've got that greenery with the red birds and the snowy, and they pop so well on that snow. They're just gorgeous. In our area, if we do get snow, as soon as that snow quits, we start seeing the red birds out. So fun. So this is our number 1 fabric. It's going to go here and here. Our number 2 fabric, again, is your background, so that makes your design pop. And then your number 3 is your accent colors on here. So this one is really cool, and it is Redbird Forest, 8022007, Heartland, and pretty, that's in the book, Pretty Darn Quick. Now, if you're like me, I do more crafts in the winter than I do any other time of the year, because I'm going to be sitting there in front of the fireplace binding a quilt or doing something like that. So we have a great deal on our quilt books. We have all of our quilt books that are in pattern or in one particular, all of our quilt books that are in print in one grouping at one low price and free shipping. So you want to check it out. Every book has 8 patterns, and every pattern is written for 3 different sizes. It's a great deal, and you will not run out of things to do in this magical winter time. So be sure to subscribe and click on the little button. That will make sure that you get notification each time that we put up a new video. And subscribe to our newsletter. That's where we always send the newsletter letting you know if there's any specials or coupons that you'll want to take advantage of. So be sure to go to Fabric Cafe and do that as well. So it's Donna Robertson with Fabric Cafe. Thanks for watching.